everybody, it's Carly Knits 106, as you may know me from my Etsy, and today I am going to do my final impression of the new hat loom by Authentic Knitting Board. This is the aforementioned adjustable hat loom from Authentic Knitting Board. As you can tell, still having trouble taking the pegs out. I did reach out to other loom knitters and they say, like, if you take some padding and use pliers to get them out, that works. I can get some of them out. Oop, not that one, because that's not a one that you take out. Ha 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 ha. My worst fears were realized with this whole, taking them out thing, especially because I have a chunky hat I want to do, but for now I think I might do another small gauge hat before I bother taking all these out. But let me show you my final product with my practice hat. Here it is. Here's my practice hat. I made it so you can fold the brim up a little bit, whether that was intentional or not, I'll never tell you. I think it fits pretty nice. I'll do a 360. I even got a pom-pom going on up there. It's the first pom-pom I ever made. I think it kind of didn't come out the best, but you live and you learn, okay? And you make pom-poms and sometimes you don't. So I'm actually giving this hat to my mom because she has expressed interest in it. But I think it came out pretty good. I have to say, here's the rib stitch, and the rib stitch actually surprisingly didn't knit up as tight as I thought it would, if that makes any sense. Like, usually the rib stitch pulls in a little bit. Maybe that's because I did a 2-in-2 rib stitch, I'm not sure. And this is just a knit, just knit all the way around. I think it's a pretty decent size. This is the medium for an adult. And let me tell you, I don't know when you would need a large. I guess if you're making one for like a man, you could do the large, but I don't know. This fits pretty nice. I mean, I still have plenty of room in here. I know there's a hole at the top. Unfortunately, the yarn I was working with, I couldn't pull it any tighter, so that's just me, or else the yarn was about to break. I have to say, I really would recommend not using the flat stitch on this knitting board, especially if you're in small gauge, because to me the flat stitch just lends itself to such tight stitches, which, let me tell you, that was the most frustrating things for me to deal with the tight stitches. So I switched over to the knit stitch, and let me tell you, it knitted up so fast after I switched to the knit stitch. Like, whereas when it was like super tight, it took me an hour just to do like 10 rows, but then once I switched over to the knit stitch, I finished this in a matter of days, just working for a few hours a day. It really made all the difference. I mean, I know it would be more of a problem if the pegs were coming out when they were supposed to be staying in, but let me tell you, these click in so tight. It really is frustrating to get them out. Like, to me, it kind of takes the fun out of it for me, knowing I'm going to have to stress about taking these out again, especially since I'm going to be doing a chunky hat, which means I'm going to try to bust out 1 or 2 pride hats on this in the small gauge, because I really do love the small gauge, let me tell you. Ooh, sorry, depth perception went kind of wonky there when I look in the loom like this. I would definitely maybe recommend a variegated color. I think that's just so pretty, and especially, I mean, this is just a knit stitch and it looks so much more complicated than it actually was. I mean, is that focusing? Are you seeing that? Haha. So, I'm definitely going to work on some pride hats, but I'm looking at all my yarn here, and let me tell you, like, this would make such a nice little hat. If you have any questions about the hat loom, leave them down in the comments. I will try to answer them the best I can from just the perspective of someone using them. I just want to say I am no way affiliated with Authentic Knitting Board at all. I just think it's fun to, it's a new product, and I don't usually get new stuff when it comes out. So it was just really exciting for me to get something new and maybe review it. So, pros. You can knit up a hat really, really fast on this. It is adjustable, so you can do plenty of different sizes. The connectors, like the physical connectors, they undo really easy. There's a button release on the bottom, so they come out really easy. That's no problem. So definitely doing the different sizes. It's super adjustable and I absolutely love it. And I love that it's not wood, that it's plastic, and I can touch it as much as I want. Cons. The only real con about this is the pegs not coming out easily. If Knittingboard does like Loom 2.0, maybe do like push release pegs. Like, I'm sorry, if there was like a button on the inside of one of these pegs, like there is with this connector here, if you can see that, that would make it so much easier. Because let me tell you, like, I'm going to have to take pliers to this thing, although one of them, I got one to come out yesterday while I was knitting. I was like, let me try to get one out while I'm knitting, and it came out, and I was like, okay, so if you're working on something, the pegs will come out, but that was just because I was trying. It's not because, like, it was loose. That's a definite con. So if anyone from Authentic Knitting Board is watching this, definitely if there was, like, a little release, or just that you could pinch the bottom to take it out, like, because it's so solid, you can't even, like, pinch the bottom to take it out. Just something of that sort. That's all we ask. Oh, like, if there was, like, on the inside, so, like, you pinched it, put it in, and then it, like, expanded so it wouldn't come out. I should design these things. But that would be my only suggestion. I do love this, and check out my Etsy, Carly Knits 106, to get a hat of your own that I will make for you. I am going to be knocking out maybe 2 pride hats. Then I got a chunky hat I got to make because it was requested by a very special person. And check out my Etsy for all new stuff, and I will see you next Monday for a, I don't think, knitted related video. Maybe it will be. I'm not sure. I'm still working out what to do on Mondays. This is kind of a free-for-all. I know it's just going to be one topic. So I will see you next Monday for another video. Make sure you come back this weekend because my vlog, My Life, will be up, and Cassie's weekend vlog will be up. And Cassie put up our annual Elf Yourself video where she inserts our pictures into Elf Yourself, uploads it. The last one we did in like 2011 got like 400 some views. So I'm like, hey, why not put it up? We'll make it an annual thing. It'll be fun. And she did. So go check that out. And I will see you Monday. Bye.